Hello. It's been a minute. First of all, doesn't it feel great to be back on campus to an almost normal semester? The weather is great, there's so much happening around campus, and most importantly, we got our waffle maker back. October is my favorite month for many reasons. Well, first, it is my birthday, and everyone loves their birthday month. But also because it's so pretty at this time of the year. The colors of the trees change. No. Let's back up a little bit. The colors of the trees change. To someone from much closer to the equator, that is not a thing that happens. Imagine if that happened to humans, that in the months of fall you just suddenly became orange. How messed up is that? I'm from India. Well, I should have probably introduced myself first. But my name is Rohan. And if you're watching this, you probably know the rest. Hello, my name is Rohan Bandekar, and I'm a senior with a POE in Integrated Media Marketing here at Juniata College. It's a mouthful. Since last year, I've been making videos for this YouTube channel, trying to give you a glimpse into the life at Juniata. It is so weird being a senior. To the rest of the seniors, we're gonna graduate in almost exactly 7 months from now. And I know that's scary. 7 months left in college. But I also see this as an opportunity. There are 7 months to do whatever you want to do, to make an impact, to inspire the next generation of Juniatians. I've been thinking a lot about that, and that's why I want to tell you all a story. A story of an idea that was and is still far too ambitious for any one Juniatian to accomplish. This is the story of the Juniata podcast. The year was 2019. I used to work as a student assistant in an office with Blair Cutright. She is now the coordinator of learning services. She once came into the office and told all of us, the student assistants, that she had an idea. She said, how about we have a podcast and talk to other students and ask them about their experience at Juniata? And we were all like, whoa, none of us know how to do a podcast. But little did we know that in that group of student assistants, there was a Grace Singer. The thing about Grace Singer was that if she wanted to make something happen, well, she would make it happen. Then when I realized I was interested in this as well, we had a team of 2 people. 2 people with zero experience in starting or running a podcast. 2 people with nothing but the willingness to make this thing happen. When we started out, we had no idea what this was going to become. But as we went along with the process, we realized that this podcast became a medium to give a platform to diverse Juniata voices, a way of listening to the community on matters that are important to them, and a way to preserve stories of, well, us. We were received well in the community. When Grace went to New Zealand for her study abroad, Zakira Watts became my co-host. When Zakira graduated, Grace took on season 3. And now Grace graduated as well. Very soon, so will I. And that is why I'm making this video. You see, the Juniata podcast, at its very core, is not about the lights or the mics or even the hosts. It's not just a podcast. At its very core, it's an idea that anyone can listen to the stories of their fellow Juniatians. Because this podcast is about the people that make this place, and it's about their stories. With that said, we are bringing the Juniata podcast back with a brand new setup, an amazing new co-host, and the same spirit of staying classy. Let me give you a sneak peek at season 4 of the Juniata podcast. Hello and welcome back to another season of the Juniata podcast. My name is Rohan Bandekar, and here's my amazing co-host, Jamel Foster.
Thanks, Rohan. Glad to be here. Excited for this fantastic project.
For sure. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us at the Juniata podcast. So a little bit about the podcast before we delve into, first of all, introducing you. The Juniata podcast is a podcast by Juniatians for Juniatians, right? It's a platform that gives people a voice to kind of come and talk about their Juniata experience that they've had, and they can be anyone at Juniata. And when we started back in 2016, we started with the objective to connect with people and listen to people's stories and voices and anything, right? And that kind of is basically the true essence of the Juniata podcast. But I'm glad you're here. I'm glad we have you as a co-host. I'm glad you're joining us on this project. But I have one question for you before you start.
Ask me.
How do you have such a great voice?
I've been told by many people that my voice just caresses everyone's ears, and it just
It definitely does.
soothes their soul down deep inside.
There you go.
I can't tell you where it came from.
Oh no! Come on.
It's one of God's gifts.
Okay.
One of God's gifts He's given me.
Cool.
And I'm so glad that I'm able to use it, being
There you
here
go.
on this podcast for season 4. Hopefully more than just season 4.
Hopefully,
keep
for
moving
sure.
forward with this. Like, I'm really excited.
Yeah, me too. And I hope I'm gonna graduate soon. I'm a senior, by the way, and we'll get into introductions and we'll talk about who we are. But I'm gonna graduate soon, and I started this podcast in 2019, my sophomore year, and we kind of doing it, and my co-host at the time was Grace Singer, and she graduated last year, and then Zakira Watts was co-host for a while, and then I kind of dropped off, and Grace Singer took it for a while, and then but the Juniata podcast isn't a people, it's an idea, right? So I want this to live on, and I believe this is a first step that we're taking to make it look much bigger than a few people doing it. It's about the idea of talking and giving people a voice and a platform for conversation. So